Assalamualaikum. My name is Alani Fathinie binti Muhammad Zaki and my metric number is 294206. And for my individual assignment, I choose topic Managing Stakeholders Communication in IT Project. My presentation, it will have introduction, relevant to project management, key concepts, methodologies and tools, steps to effective stakeholder communication, real-world examples, potential challenge, and best practice in managing stakeholder communication. For the introduction, the definition of stakeholder communication is stakeholder communication in IT projects involve the process and strategies used to engage, inform, and manage expectations of all individuals or groups with an interest in the project. Its relevant to project management is critical for alignment of project objective with stakeholder expectations, enhance transparency and builds trust among all parties involved, facilitates early identification and resolution of issues, contributes to higher stakeholder satisfaction and project success rates. For the key concepts in stakeholder communication, first we have stakeholder identification. It's recognizing all the individuals, groups or organizations that could affect or be affected by the project. This includes internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. For the process in this is, first, gather input from the project team and key stakeholders to create an initial list. Use tools like stakeholder maps or influence interest grids to visually identify stakeholders. Engage with subject matter experts and use historical data from similar projects to identify less obvious stakeholders. Second, we have stakeholder analysis. Is the understanding the needs, interests, and influence of each stakeholder. This helps to prioritize communication efforts and personalize message to individuals, issues, and expectations. The process in this is first, plot stakeholders on a metric to assess their level of interest and influence. This helps in prioritizing communication efforts. Second, create detailed profiles for key stakeholders, outlining their interests, expectations, and potential impact on the project. And third, evaluate how best to engage with each stakeholder based on their profile and the project needs. And third, communication plan. It is a strategic document outlining how communication will be managed throughout the project lifecycle. In this document, it includes the frequency, methods, and content of communication for each stakeholder group. The process in this is create a communication plan document that outline the above components, get buy-in from the project team and key stakeholders, execute the communication plan, adjusting where necessary based on feedback and project developments. And for lastly, we have feedback mechanisms. It's providing methods for stakeholders to submit input and feedback such as surveys, suggestion box, or specific feedback sessions. This ensures that stakeholder voices are heard and considered in project decisions. The process in this is regularly solicit feedback using the chosen mechanisms. Analyze feedback to identify trends, concerns, and areas for improvement, and act on the feedback by making necessary adjustments to the project plan or communication strategy, and inform stakeholders about how the feedback has been used and the resulting change or decisions. A RESI metric is a responsibility assignment chart that defines roles and responsibilities within a project. Its usage helps clarify roles and responsibilities, avoiding confusion and overlap. It ensures accountability and clear communication channels. And second, stakeholder register, a document listing all stakeholders and key information about them. The contents in the document are stakeholders' names, roles and contact information, their influence, interests and expectations regarding the project, communication preference, and any specific concerns or requirements. The usage for this is serve as a reference for planning and executing communication strategies, helps in understanding stakeholder dynamics and managing relationships effectively. And third, we have communication channels. There are many types of channels you can use, which is emails, meetings, reports, dashboards. Dashboard is a real-time project status updates using tools like Power BI or Tableau. Collaboration tools is platform like Slack, Microsoft Teams, or Zoom for real-time communication and collaboration. Its usage is choose channels based on stakeholder preference and the nature of the information. It ensures consistent and timely communication across the channels. And fourth, we have project management software. We have many tools that we can use, which first, Jira, ideal for tracking issues, managing agile projects, and facilitating team collaboration. We have Trello, use spot lists and cards to organize tasks and projects visually. And we have Asana that can help manage project tasks, timelines, and team communications. The usage is streamlines communication, documentation, and progress tracking, enhance transparency and accountability within the project team. Steps to effective stakeholder communication is first, identify stakeholders. Use techniques like brainstorming, expert judgment, and stakeholder analysis. Second, understand stakeholder needs. Conduct surveys, interviews, and meetings to gather the requirements. 3. Develop a communication plan. Define what information will I communicate, how often, and through which channels. 4. Implement the plan. Regularly disseminate information according to the plan. And lastly, monitor and adapt. Continuously gather feedback and adjust the communication strategy as needed. For the real-world example case study, we have NASA Mars Climate Orbiter. Its failure due to miscommunications between teams using different units of measurement, highlighting the critical need for clear and consistent communication. We also have Apple product launch. Its effective stakeholder communication to build anticipation and manage customer expectations. For the potential challenge, we have first, diverse stakeholder interests. Stakeholders often have different opinions, sometimes conflicting interests, and prioritize. For example, a project sponsor might prioritize budget constraints while end users might prioritize functionality and user experience. Second, communication overload. In an effort to keep everyone informed, there can be an excessive amount of communication, leading to information overload. Important information may get lost or overlooked, leading to misunderstandings and mistakes. Third, geographical and cultural barriers. Projects often involve stakeholders from different geographical locations and cultural backgrounds, which can pose challenge communications. Difference in time zones can lead to delays and scheduling difficulties. Cultural difference can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretation. Fourth, resistance to change. Stakeholders may resist new process, technologies, or change introduced by the project. Resistance can slow down project progress and affect the adoption of new solutions. For best practice, first we have early and continuous engagement. Involve stakeholders from the beginning and maintain regular communication. Second, clear and concise messaging. Ensure messages are straightforward and easily understood. Third, use of technology. Leverage project management and communication tools to streamline process. Fourth, tailor communication. Customize communication strategies to fit different stakeholders' needs and preferences. And lastly, regular updates and transparency. Provide frequent project updates and be transparent about challenge and change. So as a conclusion, effective stakeholder communication is a cornerstone of successful IT project management. It involves engaging, informing, and managing the expectations of all stakeholders to ensure that project objectives align with their needs and expectations. This alignment is crucial for achieving project success, enhancing transparency, building trust, and facilitating the early identification and resolution of issues. Key concepts such as stakeholder identification, analysis, and the development of a structured communication plan form the foundation of effective communication. Tools like the RISI metric helps define roles and responsibilities, while stakeholders registers keep track of key information about stakeholders. Utilizing various communication channels such as email, meeting, reports, dashboards, and collaboration tools ensures that information is disseminated effectively. Project management software such as Jira, Trello, and Asana streamline communication and tracks process, making it easier to manage projects efficiently.